Celestial rising, divine noon, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your divine reflection. You know what I'm saying? I can't say divine messenger because we're on a different account, but either way it goes, I gotta find a new intro for this channel. But either way it goes, welcome to the family and welcome to Divinity. So for today, we are going to be discussing Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and I put Sonic the Hedgehog in the Gematria calculator, and this is what I got. They didn't add the 3 in there on the calculator, but it's all good. Either way it goes, if you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you decide to like, comment, subscribe if you choose to, though. Only if you feel that this resonates with what's going on in the world. But let's get into it. And the thing is too, when I went into the movie theater as well to watch this documentary of our spirit, it was basically describing, polarity and duality that's going to be shifted into our mindset, which is exactly why the harmonious order of chaotic energy and peaceful energy coming together is going to have to be unified into getting humanity into higher consciousness or higher realms of ascension. So we got Son the Hedgehog. And of course, a flawless decoder. I really appreciate that. And the thing is, too, everything is a projection by neither right nor wrong. Let's get into it. A flawless decoder. I appreciate you. Sex trafficking. Now, the thing is, too, I feel as if this adds up because the thing is, as well, we got to think about the people that do fund. Hold on, let me turn this heater on real quick. We got to, because I hate when it's just dead quiet, but we got to understand, too, that sex trafficking I feel like this is tied up to that because I feel as if that the people who probably made this production or this documentary, somebody may be doing this, or they may know somebody who is in this practice or doing this art. Because the thing is too, trafficking kids is an art because the people that are doing the acts on the kids are not trafficking the kids. That's the thing though. And the thing is too, they don't even kidnap them. So what are they doing to them? The people that do things to the kids, they don't traffic or kidnap them, but they get somebody to do it for them. Why is that? How much money are you giving somebody to kidnap a kid and then put it into a movie? Because what are they telling us as well in the movie? So it's like, how does this correlate to the movie? Or is there a correlation to the movie? And I think it's to the people over here, since you know about Gematria, Gematria is nothing but it comes from our Hebrew culture first and foremost. So it comes from basically our Hebrew roots before you were calling yourself African American and all of that. But I don't want to call ourselves the labels because over here we don't do labels. But understand, our people have been speaking in numerical values before the Jewish and the Greeks decided to adopt and put it into the English language as far as numerology. So Gematria is a contradiction. It has alignment, but it's not always aligned. It has accurate, but it's not always accurate in its own accuracy. But it has some accuracy in its own accuracy. All right, pandemic idiocracy. And the thing is too, since 2020, think about how the world has shifted. Think about how the world has dumbed itself down by keeping itself inside of its own subconscious mindset. Ever since the pandemic happened in 2020, think about all the people that you grew up with, people that you used to be close with, people that you see on social media. Think about how music has changed. Think about how your family has changed. Shit, think about how you changed. And then think about how dumber society got. I feel like as if since society went through this whole experiment, people haven't been the same since. They haven't been able to recover from the lies that have been lost or the lies that have been told, or shoot, even some of them probably got sick, and that was probably like the worst time they've ever been sick. So that was probably a detriment on people's lifestyle, and people have became what they didn't want to follow at first, but them following other people who were already idiots created more idiocracy. Illuminati agenda. The thing is too, I put that because boy, if what's going on right now as far as the Palisades fire, the Drake, LeBron, Kendrick Lamar beef, what else is going on? There's like people seeing deities or UFOs or galactic federations or legions of spacecrafts flying over California. There's wildfires going on, and all this stuff is just. And the thing is, too, the wildfires are being set up. And I made a Patreon video as well on underground tunnels and how that's correlated to that. So if you want to check that out, go on my Patreon, go see that. But all these things that are happening right now are the indication of the illumination, or secret societies shining light into the agenda of what's going on. Crystal Love. And the thing is too, I put that because if you watch the movie, it actually does show Crystal Love because in order for Sonic to maintain this God, and the thing is too, in this movie, they call it the God image, which is crazy. But it's like when he goes God mode, the thing is too, his shadow side, literally called shadow, they both turn into their godlike self because when they were first fighting each other, Sonic already had the Emerald tablet. He already had the Emerald yeah, I'm not gonna say tablet, but the Emerald basically. And this Emerald with other emeralds as well combined. Actually, no, the emerald was all the emeralds combined together. So it was just green though, and the green was that heart frequency because in order to in order to comprehend this frequency of ascension, you have to love what you're doing. On top of that, he's sent from a different terrestrial plane of existence, anyways. That's exactly why they had to keep on making different movies to get the message out to the masses. And then two, Shadow came from the exact same asteroid as well. So these deities they're alienated from their landmark. They're coming from some ascension. They're descending down. So they're fallen angels, literally. So they're fallen angels coming out of meteors. They're going into labs, being experimented on, and they're breaking out. But they can't control their energy. They can't control their power because look at these little ass hedgehogs. They're out here causing havoc outside of space. Hold on, where's the picture at? Yeah, outside of space. Like, so basically, this is what they're depicting space to look like. That's not how space looks like, but that's the agenda of secret societies. They want you to think as if two hedgehogs are in outer space fighting this direct energy weapon, basically. Like this right here is a direct energy weapon. So, what do you think influenced the Palisades fires? They were showing you it before it was going to happen into the masses. Now people are just now catching up. And this movie Ben came out. Come on, man. Like they show us every single day. Let me slow down too. I'm very excited. But yeah, Crystal Love. And then when Sonic fought Shadow, and then Shadow took three of the emeralds, they pushed it together, and then that's where this came in. When they put the emeralds together, they were fighting. Or actually, no, they came together after the fight because they were fighting on the moon. So, and the thing is too, Masonic handshake right here. Understand that. So it's a secret society all together showing you what's going on in your face. They're letting you know in secrecy. Yeah, and the thing is too, someone be like, well, how is that? Because for one, we gotta understand too, y'all wanna that's gonna be a video coming up soon. Actually, no. Let's go and explain it. So even with this, so over the thumb, you put your thumb, and the thing is too, this is a way of not even just Masons, but like people in the Bavarian Illuminati, Society of Jesus, secret societies in the Vatican, the Jesuits, all these people who are in the shadow side of the realms that we can't comprehend. They know that when you first get entered as an apprentice in a secret society, they will show you this handshake right here to let you know, you have been a part of the brotherhood. I look at you as a brother, and we both understand that we are at the exact same consciousness, but now our intention may not be the same, but just know as one we are unified whenever we put these crystals together because out of love, we're doing this for the sake of humanity. If you decide to care for humanity, and obviously I ain't gonna say he didn't care or he did care about humanity, but he just wanted to free himself from what society was not telling him. Shadow meanings, literally. So that's crazy how that actually correlated to that because Shadow actually does have a meaning in the movie because in the movie he was observing his trauma through a caucus image of a vessel that he fell in love with. And this traumatic experience kept him sleeping in the chamber till he let that memory trigger him into awakening because he was wondering if he was still with her. But then when he was starting to see the truth as he kept paying attention to his dreams, as he kept paying attention in his dreams, that's when he understood like now I'm having a soul awakening because I'm understanding that wait a minute, I'm observing myself with this woman who is a Caucasian. We're on a mountain looking up at the stars and the moon. Life feels great. It feels blissful. But then I open my eyes and I see an explosion in his laboratory with Robotnik's or Dr. Eggman's granddad. He was the basically God for Shadow because he found Shadow and gave him his abilities and all that shit too. Well, no, actually Shadow already has abilities, but Robotnik already he enhanced them basically. But he opened his eyes and seeing that oh, I'm in a chamber. I'm basically in this sphere. I have nowhere to go. I'm trapped. There's people with guns pointing at me. Nigga, what the hell? The power just cut off. That's crazy. Messenger of God, literally. So this letting you know right here that for one, when damn, that's crazy. Actually, the power just cut off. But so either way it goes, no matter what you're doing, you are a messenger for God, and the message has to keep on going because no matter what, you are kind. And the kindness of your heart this is exactly when the ray of so that shit just caught me off guard. What in the hell? No, we good though. Fuck it, it is what it is, right? So now, and the thing is too, so that's when these two deities became a messenger of God because now they were helping humans realize how kind they could be towards themselves because they were being a ray of the sun or sons and daughters of the most high. So basically they came from a higher dimension because dimensionally they were already puppets and they were already at a mass arrest because of course if you're fighting a galactic space legion or a legion outer space of our mindset, they are letting themselves know that okay, we're going to have to fight against somebody who is a Jesuit or a foot soldier for higher deities. And the thing is too, the direct energy weapon came out of the city of London, which is actually crazy because the waters below that bridge had a what do I want to call that? It's like a an underground opening that it opened up from under the bridge, and then that thing that I showed you earlier, it rose up above, and then boom, that's what happened. So and then they were about to shoot lasers down to the Earth to destroy the dimension and create a new one, but that's when Shadow and Sonic had to come together. I am Hollywood. And the thing is too, this is all Hollywood screening anyways, because of course somebody has to get the okay to get the movie through production, to get it edited, to see how the script is and will it prevail to the masses eye and what is it saying, what is it telling people. All right. Light of the Lady. The all seeing oh yeah, Light of the Lady too. I was wondering if I could I guess the power just cut off. Damn, that's actually kind of crazy. But like the lady, so the Caucasian, she was basically like his light. And I say his light because the thing is, we had the all seeing eye. That's your first eye, the first indication of you having that correlation with the spirit or the presence of the Almighty Creator. And because of that, the light of this lady was basically she had to get removed from the simulation to have Shadow have his awakening or his soul awakening. Because he wasn't going to awaken if he never went through that traumatic experience of him and his guardian getting him out of that traumatic situation. And thing is too, the girl that he went to be with, she wasn't here anymore. So that caused more anger into finding out why he's getting attacked or why he's getting chased and this and that. Stone tablets. And the thing is too, these stone tablets adds up because understand too, this numerology and gematria coding or the codex is what we've been doing since cuneiform and hieroglyphs because we were always in divine unity with the Almighty Creator no matter what. Because no matter no matter where we are, we're gonna always communicate either telepathy, do telekinesis. Just there's many different ways to even meditation as well, or astral projection or lucid dreaming. So because of that, we're always in divine unity. Once you remove the collapse of finances, because you don't need money to understand how to get close with the Almighty Creator, but that money will be able to get you into doors that the image of God won't even be able to sit down with you in. But things of use your spirit, you'll be able to see the Cabal simulation that is an imitator of God. Because all they're doing is imitating God anyways, no matter what. And the thing is too, this to me means that they're imitating you and their simulation. And the thing is too, I do believe that eventually there'll be a financial collapse. Now I don't think that there'll be the removal of money because of course it's just like the simulation would be boring or Monopoly would be boring if there was no money involved. And then people would be doing things that would get them closer to their higher self. And these deities don't need anybody to get closer to their higher self. So I feel like as if money will, yeah, prevail. So another one, Nissan driver. I put that because I mean I actually do drive a Nissan, which is actually kind of crazy. You know, nobody needs to know that, but I just found that interesting because I was just like, damn, that's some accuracy. So that's exactly what I meant right there. It has some accuracy because like, how did you know that? But then too, am I really driving a Nissan? No, I'm just experiencing myself in one. Andromeda sacrifice. And the thing is too, this deity or a deity from the star system was sacrificed in the making of this movie. And the thing is too, we don't know what that was or how that happened, but there's some information that the deity wanted to have portrayed in as far as the documentary But that's exactly why these deities are going through a paradox in the movie download, because they're showing you that when we sacrifice these higher guides, we're going to put what we sacrifice into the movie that you're going to be watching. That's exactly why more deception is coming towards our way. It's only January. It's only January 11th, or actually my fault, January 12th. Not really, but in this Gregorian calendar or this timeline, it's January 12th to these deities. So because of that, we got to understand that, for one, more deception will come as far as, and the thing is too, from Monday to Friday or even to Sunday, more and more deception will keep on happening. And the thing is too, aliens eat mankind. The thing is too, that aliens don't even exist, but these are deities, terrestrial entities that are consuming flesh. But the thing is, though, I'm either right nor wrong. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to get striked again. You know what I'm saying? But on Patreon, we talk about stuff like this. But just know it gets deeper than that. But we're gonna leave it at that. The Human Agenda Bible. And thing is to in order to leave this simulation, you have to be able to read the Bible bullshit, because the Bible will give you a bunch of bullshit that has already been prophesized from your ego's perspective. Psychic animals. And thing is too, System 2 were hedgehogs. They were basically psychics. And there was a fox with three tails. And then Knuckles, I don't know what the fuck Knuckles is, but yeah. But there will also be more characters in the next Sonic movie. So just be ready for that as well. They'll add Omega. I remember Omega from Shadow Squad, because Shadow also had, he had two other people in his crew as well. And there's a girl, and there's a girl named Amy, I think. Yeah, Amy's gonna come out too. So they're gonna have Sonic 4 coming out, and I think a girl named Amy will. She's like a pink deity, but you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, brain parasites. So many people in their brain do have parasites in their mind. The thing is too, though, this comes down from how secret services are able to put the parasites into the people's mindsets, because these animals in the documentary were basically speaking to us, giving us a telepathic message for us to comprehend. But the thing is, too, though, we gotta understand that the Satans are getting crucified every single day when it comes down to the media and to the masses, because we're now at the implication of, okay, so these these deities, they don't know that what they're doing is causing them more harm to keep on reincarnating into the exact same spell, being greedy. But that's the problem, though. They're just projecting what they're enslaved in through the film of Saturn's projection. Because Saturn is projecting what many people are not able to understand, because people think that they're actually in Earth. Whole entire time, Earth is a projection screen. Like, physically you're not really here, but you're observing yourself physically being here. But physically you are never here in the first place, because why? You think you die. But if you were made in the Almighty Creator's image, how can you die? Well, you're neither here nor there. I mean, come on now. The Anunnakians. Now this is you and I as well, the fallen angels. So in the movie as well, when you see where Shadow and Sonic came from, they're letting you know they're fallen angels. All this name right here literally just says the fallen angels, and we're all the exact same image of Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow. Mathematics of DNA. The thing is too, when you activate your DNA, you'll be able to unlock the language of God, literally, because math is a language. Like, the Almighty will speak to you in numbers, because numbers don't lie. But they tell the truth in a world full of lies. So is Gematria lying or telling the truth? Come on, man. My oppressed, and the thing is too, our mother is always oppressed every single day. There's always going to be a warfare on our feminine perceptions ego, and we have to be able to uplift her, and we have to be able to protect her and guide her, and not simp for her, but tell her how it is, and stop like lying to her and just harming her, causing her to harm herself even more because of her own thoughts that she wants reassurance in when it comes down to you. So in order to stop oppressing her, stop oppressing yourself. FBI agent messages, and the thing is too, these deities, they will send messages from these documentaries letting you know what they had to let you know, but they won't go too deep into the movie, because of course that's when now your Holy Trinity will be activated, because you're understanding that, for one, as you are awakening, you're turning into Neo, or Neo's higher self. And then the thing is too, when you transcend that, you become Morpheus. But Fox Studios as well. And the thing is, it's kind of ironic how they had a Fox in there, but these studios, these agents are sending you a message letting you know who you are, but yet you still don't understand who you are. Either way it goes, too, Ball's a slave name. Lucifer was a slave name. Satan was a slave name. Thing is, too, this nigga was enslaved as well. Satan was enslaved, yes. And the thing is, too, how this fallen principality enslaved itself by believing it was enslaved. Unfortunately, Galactic Police here. The thing is, too, Robotnik and Dr. Eggman, when they were fighting each other, and the deities that were like basically doing Star Wars trying to assassinate Shadow and Sonic, that was basically like the Galactic Federation or police force, not the like not Federation, but those were an imitation of how deities, how duality fights outside of our own expansion. So it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's how eugenics, the program, came into existence because the whole warfare is over your DNA, and for that to happen, it has to happen underground and above your head because in the middle ground, that's where they're able to breed with your mother to figure out how they can set you up for failure. That's all the war is, anyways. To end of all flesh, the end of all flesh. So we had to. The thing is too. I also say we got to end flesh. None of us will be here observing this physical illusion. So it's like the flesh being here is a way for us to see how we are just a medium into a spiritual warfare that we really never had a part of, but it was going to happen no matter what. CERN laboratory. Now, their laboratories helping us understand the portals that they were going to, because in the movie they were showing portals, but that imitation right there was showing you that in CERN's laboratory they are able to do the exact same thing because they can go to the past and watch your future. That's exactly how they're able to keep your mind under control, under their control. On top of that, decode the movies. That's what we're doing right now, right? What's under Antarctica? A whole other civilization. Their main mission to kill them children. Neither right nor wrong, by the way. But the way it goes, though, under Antarctica, they are doing something that people are not able to comprehend. And because of that, what are they really doing that people are not able to comprehend? But the thing is, though, kids and people get trafficked every single day. Why is that? So now when Jesuits start spying on people, this is when now this correlates to that because you gotta understand too that they do that because they have to make sure that people don't go against the grain. And then when people start going out of order, out of their alignment, they have to knock you off the simulation. So when you do transcend simulation, your simulation resets, not the world. The world still keeps going. It has to keep on evolving basically as you physically leave this plane of existence. So your ego gets reset, not the simulation. Holographic mind. And the thing is too, when you're understand that for one, your brain is actually in a hologram, so it's not a real thing either, but it thinks it's real. So if you unfolded your cranium, if you open up your head and you've seen your brain, you're looking at a hologram. It's not a real thing, but it's controlled by an illusion of its own physical illusionary perspective in a higher astral plane. And the thing is too, when you tap into the feminine power of your masculine side, depending on what gender you identify with, you'll be able to manipulate your mind into being more dominant in its own dominance, basically. Because you gotta understand that for one, once again, to free your mind, you gotta understand that for one, it's holographic. And then when you understand that it's holographic, you'll now be able to observe your higher self in the astral plane. And then PlayStation, so you understand too. I've been playing I was playing Sonic on PlayStation. I was playing Sonic on Game Boy, GameCube, PSP. I was playing on Nintendo DS. So I've been playing Sonic for a long time too, since I was a kid. But PlayStation as well. I mean, it also has something to do with the satanic illusion as well, the Luciferian. So they're all tied in together when it comes down to Sonic. So when I showed you that masonry handshake, Satan is in play no matter where you are. P. Diddy arrested. How does that correlate to the movie? Let you know it's all part of the plan. No matter what, everything is unified. Everything is connected. Nothing is a coincidence. God versus the Matrix. Our higher self versus the ego. That's basically what this shit says. Our higher self versus the ego. Masonic imagery. Come on now, it's in the movies. It's in our movie theaters. So these secret societies with information. So basically, these societies with secrets, with information, they put the contradiction through the image of a portal when you go into the movie theater. That's exactly why with Gematria we got to decode the cabal control because they think they have control when we are not in control of our own mind. So we get them control because we have no control of our mind. We are all source. When we understand that, we can actually see how to decode ourselves in humanoid form as we heal together, because once we do that, we'll now be able to see the deities that wear these celebrity skin suits, because they're not actually real people. And on top of that, you'll be able to hack the next eclipse that's coming up as well, because the next one that's coming up will help you understand what's going down from the planet as Mars as well. And you'll be able to understand that, for one, by you being source, all deception that comes up, or every deception that happens that you think is deceiving, will show you the truth into your own illusions. We're in elections, and the thing is too, if you believe that your vote mattered, that's exactly why your solar energy is causing you to devote your time and energy into a play that you have no acting skills in. Has intelligence. And the thing is too, I put that because I feel as if you use your mind, you'll be able to be intelligent to seeing the codes for what they are. Because of course, it's just like it ain't that hard to actually see that you're under a neural link that is going to be promoted as well. So it'll keep on being promoted as well. And the thing is too, if you take the neural link, if you watch this video and you take that neural link, just know you're being played, you're being like you're programming. You understand that, you know that, but you don't care for that because why? I mean, you feel me? You don't have a mind of your own because you're programmed. So as you can see, I was by myself. Nobody was in the movie there too. It was like some people, but I was fine with me. I didn't give a fuck. And yes, I do go by myself sometimes. But so yeah, they were. So this is a false illusion or Masonic imagery once again of what people think Earth looks like. Whole entire time, people understand that if you got a roll of toilet paper, you remove the toilet paper, but you had a little brown thing that keeps the toilet paper wrapped up. If you drew Earth on the paper and you did like this with the paper, you did like that, you moved it, that's exactly what this looks like. So like outer space is like, if they decide to shine the light in space, you would see the truth. Dead ass. Like that's how deep the rabbit hole of space gets. So it's like the thing is too, they're underwater. So that's how dark it is. So basically it's so dark. That's how deep they basically they're telling us the truth, but it's like it's up for you to understand the rabbit hole into why outer space doesn't get the light expanded on it, because it's so massive, it's so vast that your mind would explode if you actually seen why the light does not shine in a dark place. It's amazing. But this is Shadow, and this is when he reached God mode, of course. And the thing is too, symbolism as well with the hair. So his shadow side his hair went upwards, and Sonic's hair went downwards. So I peeped that harmonious unification. And also, so when they were fighting, it's like, so it's Sonic right here, and Shadow's like understanding how to master this God power. Sonic been doing this shit in like Sonic 2 and all that, and Sonic 1 when he was mastering it, but now he's actually a master at his God mode. And so he's just like, man, I'm going for Eggman and his grandpa, because like, I ain't finna destroy my planet that I live on. And so Shadow's like, all right, say less, let's do it, see what we gotta do. Now, Sonic and them are understanding like they're about to fight the the bots or these droids, these drones that were stolen from Dr. Eggman's grandpa. And his grandpa took the machines and then programmed and rewired them to attack Sonic and Shadow, because Shadow went against his creator, or the creator that found him. And so both of these gods are one god in the, I'll say, the angelic format, and the other god in the deception or the false light, whatever you want to call it. They're both going to that direct energy weapon that's going to disintegrate this dimension that we live in, and they came together to enhance that energy. This is Dr. Eggman's grandpa, who was played by Jim Carrey, which is also a very enlightened celebrity. I will say that, because his movie Truman Show and his other movies as well, like The Mask. He also had, damn, there was another movie that he had too that was great. No, I was gonna say Click, but that was fucking Adam Sandler. But no, Jim Carrey has so many movies that are just amazing. So either way it goes, he's a great actor. You can just tell like he's enlightened, and you can tell he did also sell his morality as well. Like, I'm trying to make sure no motherfucking deities popping up behind me and shit, because they like to go crazy in a dark environment if you pay attention to them. Now, so Dr. Edmund's about to fall, and the thing is too, his grandpa was going to sacrifice him. So he was his grandpa was annoyed of Dr. Eggman. The thing is too, he was willing to sacrifice his own grandchild to destroy the earth. And the thing is too, nanotechnology is going to hit the masses. I don't know when, but it's going to hit the masses. And the thing is too, nanotechnology meaning that they were both able to create technology to where they could fight like a praying mantis or a scorpion. And the thing is too, we're going to add some technology like that to the point to where we're gonna start using. Now the thing is too, that would be actually way too powerful because it's like think about it. Two random people were using this kind of technology. If they wanted to, motherfuckers would go around and start slicing niggas' necks off because look at how sharp these things are. And physically, if that can pierce through somebody, I ain't finna get nobody ideas. Anyways, though, this actually is already here, and they already have technology like that. So because of that, if we were able to touch this, think about how chaotic that would be for us. But they're showing you what they play with. They have technology that we can't even fathom. So what makes you think they're not mocking you in front of your face, even in the movie theater? So yeah, not what was I showing this for? Oh yeah, because yeah, he wanted to be a scorpion, so letting you know that whenever and the thing is too, I feel as if the rich are going to be able to access this because I feel as if you maintain this on your body, you could press it and then let's say you want to buy a car. Nanotechnology could manifest that car. It'll show you the price that you can pay for this car. And then when you buy it through your account, once you connect your account, I believe that you could like this car, you can send it outside your house when you put your address in, and then boom, your car's right there outside your house because you bought it through nanotechnology. So yeah, both of them in their God mode form. And the thing is too, this is basically Elohim and Lucifer. Excuse me. Somebody be like, what do you mean? This is basically Lucifer and Satan. This is basically Satan and Jesus. This is basically you and I. This is basically good and bad, good and evil. What's the difference? Exactly. Came together, unified, unlocked themselves into getting their godlike form. Masonic imagery that we covered earlier as well. They were reminiscing outside of their own mindset, but they were able to comprehend it. So it was like they were able to breathe. They didn't need no space suit. So the thing is, they're not the average hedgehogs. Basically, like these are actually fallen angels. Like they're outside of the realm of space or the horizon of space to the point where they're literally outside of our mind and they're comprehending an atmosphere with no gravity. There's a higher plane of existence, and how ascended is their mindset when they act stupid sometimes. So when someone doesn't want to act stupid, he actually is an ascended master. And this is when they were fighting at first, and then this is when Shadow was able to access that energy. And thing is, too, he could have eliminated him, but he really seen that there was no point of killing somebody when you ain't really do nothing to me. But when you understand how to access this, that's when they were fighting, and then that's when the destruction came and all that. And then the thing is too, as the movie was going, I had to type the notes fast because I was just like paying attention. So to the shadow to walk free and too valuable to destroy, that was indication for Shadow, meaning that his energy was so destructive. Like when he would fight, he would punch you, teleport, fight you again. So he was like Obito. He was like Toby from Naruto Shippuden if you watch anime. But he would boom, hit somebody, teleport, boom, hit him again, boom, teleport, uppercut, teleport, boom. He would shit hit your ass from above ground, boom, teleport. He's knocking 10 people out and they don't even know where he's at. They can't even see him. So he couldn't walk free. They had to, and the thing is too, you can't destroy him. If you destroy him, that's costly for your whole society. They need him. So they had to enslave him. They had to. His energy was too valuable, too chaotic. His energy, the thing is too, Shadow's energy, it basically, what's the word I'm looking for? It gave power to a direct energy weapon that was going to destroy the world that they lived in. That's how powerful Shadow's energy was. His chaotic energy was so powerful, it literally helped and it made, not just made, but it manifested. It turned on a machine that had no way to turn itself on by itself without having that chaotic energy in order to manifest negative intentions. The light shines even though the stars are gone. That's how powerful the Almighty's contradiction is. No matter what, duality, is enlightenment is so ignorant that no matter what, even when you're gone, you still gonna shine bright. Your ignorance will still shine bright even when you're gone physically, because stars don't exist. And the thing is, too, stars exist. Why are they on the ground? In Hollywood and on the surface of our dimension. Chaos doesn't know what it is or am. That's the thing. Chaos does not know it's chaotic. So the thing is, if you told chaos like, bro, you're destroying stuff, you're killing people, stop, you're harming things, you're not good. Chaos would be like, what are you talking about? I was born to do this. How am I a bad person when it's my program? He became friends with his pale savior, and the shadow side appreciated a new perspective until it was stripped from him again. That's when he had a soul awakening, so we already covered that, so we good on that right there. Came from a meteor and then sent and made in a cylinder from another land. So I'll cover that too, but let you know that if you go watch it, everything I'm saying is literally in front of your face. But he had to be put into that container because his energy was way too powerful. His family was the one that trapped him. What was that directed for? I guess you wouldn't say Shadow, right? Yeah, cause yeah, just basically Shadow. Yeah, so even Robotnik, he wasn't really releasing him into being who he wanted to be because he wasn't getting the answers that he needed. So the people that he looked to as family, they were trapping him because he just had to go rogue or go on his own when he found his brother in his own image. Locked in a prison planet for 50 years, but he was 110. Grandpa Robotnik. So the thing is too, he was locked in a prison planet for 50 years. And the thing is too, he was far older than the age of his age on this dimension. So basically he was 110 years old, but he was infinite. And that's when his grandpa Robotnik, that's when he found him and then put him into that release point of helping him find himself. But he still had to suppress him. Exchange for freedom, powerful weapon with precision strike. So the thing is to exchange for your freedom, enhance my energy weapon. Deal. So Shadow sold his soul to make this energy weapon destructive. So and the thing is too, Jim Carrey's fighting himself in the machine. So this is the machine that they're in right now. But and the thing is too, the energy is enhanced up here. So yeah. Hold on. Okay, make sure we're still recording good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. All right. Shadow basically sold his morality for that precision strike. And then from the highest realm, which is the Eclipse Cannon, exactly. So and then so I put Faustine bargain or Faustian bargain because Shadow committed that he committed the energy into giving it to an oppressor to enhance his Eclipse Cannon. That's what they called it. Mini black hole consuming matter. Yeah, so Shadow had this weapon in his arsenal to where Sonic and Tails and Knuckles were tied up. They were doing something. They were doing something, but they were tied up. Shadow threw this. He threw the fucking portal, and that bitch was sucking in everything around it, like everything in the area. They were in the mountain, I think. Yeah, they were in the mountain, and then that's when Shadow teleported outside the mountain with Doctor Eggman because he didn't know what they were doing at first, but he was just trying to get away from them to find out the truth for him. So he was following the enemy, not knowing that he really wasn't the enemy. But yeah, he threw the black hole. Boom, that bitch consumed everything, but they survived. Spending time in a virtual reality right next to each other in person. And the thing is too, Shadow healed himself because he was able to connect with his virtual image. Gun headquarters in London. And the thing is too, the deities that were going to enslave these ascended masters, they were based in London. The thing is too, a lot of things in London are Masonic imagery as well, even with the Olympics also. But all this stuff is just like all those landmarks out there. There's sinister things in that atmosphere that get people to not see what's happening above their heads. Master Emerald God mode, and that emerald is how Sonic was able to turn into that golden coloration of all the colors combined into different hues for a powerful way of being. Use holograms to become lighter versions of people that work for gun headquarters. Use holograms to become lighter versions of people that work for gun headquarters. Why did I put that? Use holograms to become lighter versions. Oh, I think I put that because they were. Oh, because Dr. Eggman had a worker. This nigga had a worker. And the guy, he because the other Eggman got rid of him to get closer to his grandpa. He to get closer to him as his butler or whatever, as his maid. He got closer to him in an augmented reality, so like an Oculus. So he had the goggles on, so Ready Player One. He was in the reality, and he was watching Dr. Eggman and Robotnik go to the park, get ice cream, go on a roller coaster. They were having fun together, going fishing, shit like that, random shit. And then when he removed the glasses, they were sitting next to each other with glasses on as well, looking nothing but illusions. And they were sitting there laughing next to each other. Whole entire time, they couldn't even bond in person while being together in person. That shit was crazy. You need to lighten up. Literally. And that's why Shadow became who he was because he lightened up. On top of that, when people say that, they're telling you to raise your ignorance into the lighter side of your perception. They were calling, oh yeah, emotional support animals because the Tom, and I forgot the carbonated woman's name, but shout out to her as well. She's a great actor and she's beautiful. But yeah, they needed Sonic and Tails and Knuckles to be in the household with them because Tom is that nigga was a boring husband to her, and because he was caucus, they couldn't really balance themselves out. According to the movie's imagery, I'm not saying that in a, I'm not trying to make it about color, but I'm just saying when you understand the message, if you watch a movie, you understand why. Excuse me, I said that about Tom, but you can just tell like she fucked with Tom, but it's just there's a lot of cons that just make her just really stray away from him because if these animals were in her household, she may lose herself and they may get a divorce. So to not get that, they keep them together because that was basically those animals changed their life. In the beginning of the movie, showed that when they went camping and they had a race. A hologram technology shifts a person to their own projection. Oh yeah, so nanotechnology will shift your mind. It will shift your manifestations into what you want. Broken oath over Tom. So yeah, Sonic was he broke an oath over Tom because Tom got hit in the chest to stop Shadow from doing something, or Dr. Eggman. But Sonic told Knuckles he needed to get the emerald to save Tom, but then Knuckles told Sonic to not do it, and then Sonic was willing to fight Knuckles over that emerald to save Tom ass, but oaths are meant to be broken because we shouldn't be committing an oath to an oath anyways. That's how societies do it. Eclipse Canyon will wipe everything in 25,000-mile radius, including them, and Shadow was running in a hamster wheel to fill the core with chaos energy. Simply put, that nigga was a hamster in a hamster wheel, so he was enslaved. And Sonic saved them. That's exactly why they got close together. Humanity's a failed experiment. I think that's what Robotnik said or Dr. Eggman said. But these deities, once again, they keep telling us how they feel about our flesh. Maria destroyed the world that took her from him. And that's the light from lady, so the Gematria code, but that's the Caucasian lady that was taken from Shadow, and that's what turned him into that chaotic, that enhanced chaotic energy. Nanotechnology, there are no winners with revenge. And that is true because if you commit revenge, just know nobody wins in the end because you literally you not only got mad because somebody you knew got hurt or harmed, but you're going to harm somebody that was already harming themselves. It's not worth it. All the imitate, never duplicate it. And when Sonic said that, I put that quote down because for one, that was fascinating because it's just like think about that when you radiate so much energy that people can't comprehend, that the ego can't comprehend, they have to imitate that, but you can't duplicate it. You can't copy that shit because it's like with Ascended Masters, you can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. You can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream because Ascended Masters will always be imitated because we're just here to channel messages and bring them back to the simulation for simulated deities to understand how powerful they always been. But I don't want to make this video too long. You know, I really appreciate y'all for tuning into this video as well. And it's my second page, so I guess we'll start posting on here as well and just keep this stuff going, man. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. I'm gone. crazy. One side of the house don't work. Wow. Wow, bro. That's crazy. That shit don't work downstairs. Provide proof because before I made the video, the power was fine. It was smooth, it was dandy, but all of a sudden, I made the video, my power just randomly cut off. So I was going to provide some proof at the end, let y'all know. I don't know how that happened. I'm not going to sit here and assume anything, but all I'm going to say is the lights are on in my house, but not where I was making the video. Have a great day, Divine Reflection.